viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto channel. If you're new here, welcome to our channel. We have this 2011 Ford Escape. The rear wiper motor has died. The lady stopped in the other day so I could diagnose it. It's just a bad wiper motor, no big surprise. Have a tendency to seize up, to get rusted in the glass. Got us some new parts here from Ford, and also the rear hatch does not open on this. The actuator inside the tailgate has gone bad. The little touchpad handle is still good. It's electronic actuator. I checked that out for it too. Needs a new latch assembly. I've got that, so we'll get them swapped out. Like I mentioned, the big problem with these things is they get rusted in. So you buy the wiper motor, you buy the new nut that goes on it, new arm, because usually everything just goes south on you here when you try to do it. So we'll pull the cover off, see if we can recover anything or save anything. If we can save the arm, certainly we will. Looks like a 13. I'll give it this little toot here. See what we can do without making a mess. A lot of times these wiper arms are just so corroded, it's just nothing but a bunch of pus. Well, there we go. First thing, drop it on the floor. Sometimes you can get lucky. Just give it a little wiggle. Not in this case. Let me go grab a puller. The Equalizer. My favorite wiper arm puller. These things are super rigid. I've got all different kinds. This is my favorite. I'll put a link in the description. Last I knew, these were available on Amazon. I bought this one direct through the company a long time ago. So we'll get that on there. Takes a half inch, we'll give it a little toot. Off she comes. So this thing has insane gripping power, especially like on the Caravans. They got them huge arms. Now this thing works great. So comes with two different style arms. Of course, you know, you take these ones off. Use whichever ones you need. It's got the fat arm and the skinny arm. I don't know if that's how they have it listed, but that's the number on that little guy. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description in case you're wondering. Packaging, it's not that great. It kind of falls apart. Oh well. I did not get this plastic sleeve, which I guess is, oh, look at that. Look at that nut. Oh, this is where it can all go wrong. We'll give that a little toot. This thing is a mess. So 22 fits it. I don't know if we'll be able to get it off. We'll just be ginger on it here. Scaring me. Wonder if we can hold against the motor. See if we can get this cover back off. Grab a little screwdriver. Find the tabs to get them to release. Once you get it going, it'll come right off, but you just got to find that first one. There's not much holding them on, so you got to be careful not to break them. So there is, on the inside, there's these little tabs here, 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 there, all the way around. One there, and then there's the corresponding halves up on the glass, and they're just these little plastic U-shaped pieces. So if you give it a yank and everything's cold, it'll probably break. Be careful. Now let's see if I can't Give this the classic reach around. Part of me wants to just stick an impact on it. Yes. A little bit nervous. Oh good, it just broke the whole outer piece off the wiper motor. So the nut didn't come off, but it did just break the wiper motor, so that's good. Goody goody. I think there's a washer and a little rubber piece. We may have to take the wiper motor off and pull it through. Oh, there we go. So there's a washer that goes on. Like I say, always make sure you get a new nut, which I did. It's got a new one right through Ford. So otherwise, you never get that little guy off. Maybe if you live down south, you might. And then the outer plastic piece, that'll come off. And then this rubber, that'll come off once you take the motor out. Take and unplug it here. Set the wire to the side, couple 10 mils. I think the whole plastic thing comes off if I remember right. Then you gotta swap the motor out. Take that out, another one up in here. There's that. I think there's only two. And then, like I said, the whole thing comes out. And then there's a couple of these, I think they're 5.5 millimeter, that hold the actual wiper motor in. Before we get too far, we'll get some of the crud off the window. So that is the little rubber donger that goes in there. You gotta pay attention which way it goes. Has a little notch in it. It'll look crappy if you just clean half the window, so we'll just get some of the salt off there for now. Spray it down with some glass cleaner. Stuff smells like an old man. I don't know if you guys ever use this. So they're 5 millimeter screws, not 5.5. So take that one loose. You know, I should look to see if the Ford one comes with that cover. All the aftermarket ones we've done. I have to switch this, so we'll take a quick peek here. Where is it? So there, you can't see it. I'll show it to you. Got a Motorcraft motor, which I would suggest, unless you like changing it a ton of times. So it does not come with it. Little swapper, and if you're using an aftermarket one, there's a good chance you're gonna have to swap the bushings over also. Let's get that line back up. That's pretty easy. There it is. Set it back up on the glass. Make sure you put the rubber back in, obviously. Don't forget your rubber. Get it lined up. Be ginger. I'm gonna do that by hand. Just because we've made it this far without explosion. So that's done. Torque to spec, plug it up, plug it up. on your wire. We'll wait to put the cover back on. Now this was pretty easy to test. A lot of ground side switches depending on which terminal came on. Of course, there was a power back here, so we were able to just use a little, 194 bulb, look at the diagram, see who's who. Essentially that was it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you forget which way the rubber goes, so there is a little keyway notch in it, that goes down, but if you even forget that, there's a little arrow on the rubber, and there's actually an arrow on the glass. You line both those up. Let's see. So you can see the notch. The notch that's on this, so when you put it on, kind of lines up in that notch in the rubber. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna go hose this off. There's that little fella. We'll get our new nut. They taped over the part number, so I can't even give that to you. Oh yeah, I suppose I can. It's right there. That's the part number on the nut in case you're looking for one. In case you lost your nuts and you need a new one, or yours is old and rusty and broke. Now, this is plastic or pot metal or something, so you gotta be careful threading this little guy on. Just screwed around with this thing for probably 10 minutes trying to get that lined up. Got it lined up. Forgot the washer. What a ding dong. Went a little quicker the second time. So now you don't want to crush this thing. So be ginger with it. Don't forget the washer. You just want to make sure it has a seal. You'll feel it'll start to get tight, and then that's it. Just gotta get some of the streaks off there. So before we get too far, we have to find out if this thing is in its park position, which it should be. So I went up front, turned it on, turned the key on, put it on the number 1 setting for delay, because I want to see if it parks over here or parks over there. And we're going to reuse the old arm because it did come off. It's not seized up. I'll wait for this to cycle. I believe it parks over here on the right side. See which way it turns. All right, looks like to the right. Stick that on there loose, we'll let it cycle one more time. Cycle the liner up. Make sure that's good. Now, I did not get a new black cover. I can't see any sense in putting the broken one back on. It does wipe. Give it a little toot. We'll put the plastic cover back on because it did not break. Amazing. I don't think it broke, did it? Perhaps it is broken. Let's see here. It is broken. Son of a monkey. I don't think you can get that separate. Oh, well. The only way you get it's on a new arm. I'll call the customer, see if they want to, because I think the arm's, I'll go see how much the arm is. Alright, so the arm's like 30 bucks just for that little plastic thing. I don't think it's worth it in my opinion. Just gonna hit these with a little bit of fluid film to try to prolong them a little. Now, my personal opinion on the inner black cover, so this cover here, this is just kind of a decorative piece. It doesn't really do anything, to inhibit all the crud from, ruining that nut. And same thing with the plastic cover, it's just a vanity. Doesn't really, all the garbage still gets under here. So we're gonna leave it. They're willing to save a few bucks on it. Wiper motor works. I'm sure it'll last another, as long as the OEM one did. Looks like this little guy's gonna need some hinges soon. They're getting pretty pussy. That's the part number there on the motor, just in case you want that. Now they do have a core on it, so you have to send it back. I already showed you the number on the nut, and this is the number for the arm if you would like to do that. Or, like I say, if the back gears is wallowed out or all corroded right off, which they typically do. All right, folks, so that's changing the rear wiper motor on your 11 Ford Escape. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we're going after the rear latch assembly next. The latch is actually good. The actuator itself has gone wonky. However, you can't buy it separate, so to get this little electric actuator, you got to buy the whole latch. If you want to check out that video, click through to the next one. Links up here on the screen. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.